Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending when you're going to be seeing this video. It's your brother, your boy, courserepscorner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
Labour Party, Labour Party, forward ever, Papa, Mama, begin. Acceptance speech by Dr. Alex Otti, OFR, on the occasion of my declaration as Governor-elect of Abia State, this 22nd day of March 2023. The distinguished Senator-elect of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Darlington Mokocha, let me use the incoming House of Reps member representing the good people of ZICSALOMA North and South Federal Constituency, Honorable Ginger Omusibe, to recognize all the House of Reps members elect, and that will include Honorable Amobi Oga, Honorable Obi Agwacha, Honorable Emeka Nnamani, Honorable Ibe Okwara Ozonwa, and a few others. I recognize all of you. Let me use Honorable Uchonye Stevens, House of Assembly member-elect, representing Abia Central Constituency, and Honorable Chinasa Onyemere Abiola, who will represent Umuahia North State Constituency. Let me use them to recognize the other 11 members-elect of the State House of Assembly. Let me recognize in our midst the chairman of the party in the state, Honorable C.K. Igara, and use him to recognize other members of Labour Party, whether you are an executive or a floor member. You are highly welcome. I'd like to use Honorable Acho Obioma to recognize members of the State Campaign Council. Honorable Chomen, I recognize you and all your team. I'd like to recognize members of volunteer groups, pro groups, Christian Association of Nigeria, and indeed all men and women of goodwill that live in Abia State. Ndewonu. My fellow Abians, it gives me a great pleasure this evening to address you following the final announcement of the results of the governorship elections conducted across the state last Saturday, March 18, 2023. With deep humility and a profound sense of responsibility, I wholeheartedly accept your mandate to be your chief servant for the next 4 years. Before I go on, I must first dedicate this victory to God the Father, the Almighty, who makes everything beautiful in His own time. I also dedicate it to the millions of Abia citizens who have been the unfortunate victims of bad governance this past decade. As I acknowledge this victory, I'm fully conscious of the huge expectations of millions of good people of Abia State who have been denied the dividends of democracy and good governance for such a long time. I want to sincerely thank every Abian and non-indigenous alike who participated in this election. As you are all aware, this was my third attempt at contesting for this office in my quest to implement my long-held vision of rebuilding Abia State as truly God's own state. At this third time, it pleased God to give us victory. In the words of one Labour Party stalwart, the siege is over. With our votes and the collective will of the people, we have broken the gates of hell and cast these bars of iron asunder. As recorded in the Holy Book, the kingdom of hell shall not prevail against us. I would like to quickly compliment my colleagues in the just concluded elections, and this would include Chief Sir Okechukwu Ahiwe, Engineer Naijagist, High Chief Ikeji, Professor Gregory Ibe, and a host of other equally qualified governorship candidates. It has been a hard-fought contest, and each of you gave his or her best in the quest to serve our beloved state. There is no doubt that all of us have very robust ideas as to how to move our dear state forward. I want to assure you that your ideas and dreams that are consistent with building a viral Abia State shall come to fruition under my watch. I therefore invite all of you to join hands with our administration in order to serve Abians who have been victims of several years of maladministration and state capture. I have no doubt that you will be available to use the same energy and intellect to help rebuild our state and develop our people. Of particular mention are the candidates that have publicly conceded defeat and congratulated us, even when the battle of Obimbwa, fictitious votes, was still raging. These include Professor Gregory Ibe, Bishop Sunday Onwa, Bishop Emeka Wampa, Chief Bon Ohuche, Chief Chibike Jonas, amongst others. It is well with all of you. I want to thank the young and energetic Deputy Governor-elect, Engineer Ikeduku Emetum, Engineer Emetum is going to be carrying the burden of governance with me. I also want to thank my campaign team led by Honorable Obioma and various support and volunteer groups who work tirelessly to make today possible. You are simply the best hands. You are simply the best hands any candidate can find. Your creative ideas and dedication to our common goal were simply unprecedented. I must not fail to thank the leadership and members of Labour Party who worked very hard to ensure that this day would come. I thank all those who worked with me through moments of despair and hope, through tears, sweat and blood, through betrayals, denials and dangers untold. It is said that the harder the struggle, the sweeter the victory. Please savor the sweetness of your hard work and firm belief. I must give special thanks to my best friend, my confidant, my #1 fan, my heartbeat, the wife of my youth, the mother of my children, and the first lady in waiting of Abia State, Lady Priscilla Chidinma Otti, otherwise known as Honorable Abia. I must thank her for living up to the challenges of being the wife of someone committed to these ideals with equanimity and elegance. Unfortunately, the work has only just begun. But now, you must support me, just like you have done in the past 30 years of our marriage, to work for the people of Abia State. Special thanks to our children, Dr. Ezinwa Valerie Otti, Engineer Alex Otti Jr., and the baby of the house, Chinwe Otutu, for being there and supporting Daddy without reservation. I must pause and remember some of those who have left us in the course of this journey. Although they are no longer here with us, I'm sure that wherever they are now, they will be smiling with satisfaction that finally we have triumphed over the forces that have held the state captive for so long. Some of the more notable ones among them are Prince Otti Carlo, also known as Abbott, who left us on the 30th of October 2015 while we were at the tribunal. Also Pastor Nnanangwu, both of them served as chairman of this campaign council at different times. I must also remember my friend from Anambra State, Mr. Eze Alomefuna, also known as Rico, who worked tirelessly to help end the dynasty of incompetence in Abia. Also to be remembered are Prince Dike Odike and Dr. Mike Nwachukwu from Umuahia here, who lost their lives within the period of this struggle. Worthy of mention is the less than 2-year-old little Adanna, who tragically lost her life in 2015, when in the frenzy and excitement of our victory at the Court of Appeal, her father, Mr. Pius Onha, who is here with us today, accidentally ran over her in a car, in spite of the exigency of time. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me in observing a minute's absolute silence in honor of these fallen heroes. Absolute silence, please. May their souls and the souls of other faithfully departed through the mercy of God rest in his bosom. Indeed, I see this victory as a call to service. Even as I come out of a bruising and long drawn-out campaign, I know that this is just the beginning of the journey. There's a lot of work to be done, and we must get all hands on deck to ensure that we take back our state and bring the much sought-after dividend of democracy. You voted us to serve you and not to be served. You voted us to alleviate your sufferings and not to compound and multiply them. This is a service that comes with unusually high sense of devotion and commitment, given our checkered history as a people. During my electioneering campaign, I traveled all nooks and crannies of Abia State, and that enabled me to have first-hand assessment of the needs and expectations of Abia. These are the basic things expected by the people for a responsible government to provide in order to unleash the potential inherent in the typically hard-working Abians. Based on my findings and those of my team members, it dawned on us that an immediate hands-on approach is required to hit the ground running and to ensure that we alleviate the sufferings of all Abians. I promise you that I will serve you as governor of all Abia and all citizens living in Abia, irrespective of clan, religious persuasion, or political leaning. I see my mandate as cutting across all strata of our people, and I once more promise to use the resources accruing to all Abians for the benefit of all Abians and residents. I would like to assure you that we hold no bitterness against anyone and will not go on any revenge mission against anyone. If in the process of getting here we have wronged anyone, kindly find a space in your heart to forgive us. We have equally forgiven anyone that wronged us. This will be a government that will unite everyone rather than divide in this state, as we are all brothers and sisters. I want to salute the industry and the resourcefulness of all Abians, the religious and traditional institutions, civil servants, working class, pensioners, the business community, the physically challenged members of our society, and indeed everyone that wishes Abia well. There shall be no discrimination whatever. There shall be no discrimination whatsoever in the amenities that each person is able to access in our government. I made a firm promise to all civil servants and pensioners, all salaries, pensions and emoluments, that an immediate payment plan will be put in place to ensure that this gets priority and attention, and that by the end of this year, every outstanding salaries and pensions would have been decreased. I'm very much aware and prepared to deal with the issues of infrastructural decay, which have continued to militate against our growth and development as a state. This will be tackled head-on. There is no doubt that given the deplorable state of our infrastructure, roads, schools and health systems, Abians are deservedly impatient to have these issues addressed as quickly as possible. I assure you that these areas will receive the priority attention of our government. Nevertheless, I caution that we all need to put in our best and row together in one direction. There is no magic wand that can fix all the rot and decay noticed in virtually every segment of the system since the past several years. For us to have sustainable development, it will require very painstaking and elaborate layout of master plans to enable us to tackle the menace of flooding and re-engineer our cities, especially Abia, Umuahia, and other cities that will be developed in order to support our urban renewal projects. We therefore plead for patience and understanding as we first tackle the immediate challenges and work on other major ones. The approach of our government will revolve around crafting policies that will enable our government to tap the creative energies of every Abian. We remain resolute in our drive to eliminate poverty and create sustainable wealth for our people. Once again, thank you for electing me and my deputy to serve you for the next 4 years and possibly 8. We trust God for his enablement to offer our services to Abians in such a way that we will not disappoint you. We shall implement our manifesto to the letter, which is a revered pact between our administration and the good people of Abia State. My dearly beloved Abians, as I conclude this address, I want to reassure you that we are going to run an open, transparent, and accountable government, devoid of waste and profligacy. Our doors will remain open, and our channels of communication will remain unfettered, so that your worthy contributions and suggestions will be a guiding light as we together navigate the turning paths of rebuilding the state and transforming same for the benefit of all. We deeply cherish you. We deeply cherish you all, and we do our very best to ensure that the trust reposed in us will not be in vain. My people of Abia State, I want to thank you once again for this opportunity. I want to thank you for the confidence you repose in me. I want to reassure you that you will not be disappointed. Thank you very much.